Alright, hello everybody. I just want to remind you guys how much time we have left in this semester, and that's when your grades are final. So we have a week next week, right here, 5 days, then another 5 days, and out of those I'll only meet you 5 days since we are on block. Then we'll be on winter break, and then we'll be back for 1 week, and I'll see you either 2 or 3 times depending on if you're even or odd. Then we'll have 1 day where we all see each other, and then it's finals. Okay, and finals goes period 1 3 7, periods 2 and 4, periods 5 6 and 0, and you're done. Your grades are final. They're entered into the computer, and there's not much you can do after that. Okay, so if you are in the the 60s or the 70s as far as grades, D C area, you really gotta push yourself and try make sure you pass the class, because if you fail, then you're going to be stuck for another year. Okay? Alright, so that being said, let's do today's little supplemental lesson, and it's going to be on systems of linear inequalities. Okay? So let's pull up Desmos. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and graph a linear inequality first. So let's do something like y is less than or equal to 2x plus 2. Okay, and remember how to graph it. You look at the intercept first. It says plus 2. You go up to 2, and then you go over 1, up 2, over 1, up 2, right? The legs, 2 over 1, right? Okay, alright, and here's the next one, and I'll do it like this. Y is less than negative x plus 5. Alright, so now I have another line, and let me actually change this a little bit so it looks different. X plus y less than 5. Okay, so what I did there is I did the same thing. So what I did is I moved the x to the other side. So from the blue to this one, it's just subtract x, so I get y is less than negative x plus 5. It's the same thing. What I did is I subtracted x and put it to the other side, right? The x goes away, and negative x shows up on the other side. Okay, I call it moving, but it's really just properties of equations. Okay, alright, so now we have these two things, two linear inequalities, and what we're looking for now is not just the point, which we could do, but we're looking for the shaded area where they're both shaded. So looking at this, you see the blue side, the red side, and kind of like the purplish side. What you're looking for is the purple side. Okay, you have 4 parts to this, and only one part is going to be shaded. And how do we do that? Well, after we know how to graph it, it's just the same as what we've done before this semester. All you need to do is test 4 points. Okay, one for each section, instead of just the fish story where we just throw it into one side or the other. Okay, or we typically throw it to 0 0. So let's do this. We're gonna plug it into the top region first. An easy point for the top region would be 0, 6. So 0, 6. Alright, so plugging in 0, 6. Remember that this is the x and this is y. Okay, sometimes if you need to label them, they can be x1, y1, doesn't matter. It's just a point, and we're going to test it in. So we're going to test in 0 here, and 6 here, and we're going to do for both of them. Okay, so what we get is 6 is less than or equal to 2 times 0, that's 0, plus 2, and immediately know this is wrong. Okay, do not shade that region. See, if we look here, that's not the region that's shaded at all. Okay, the point we were looking at was 0, 6. right? We don't want to drink from there. Okay, so you can test all the regions. Easier points would be something like anything like 5, 5, or something over here 4, 4. If you can, always try to use 0. So here's a really easy point. We'll do 6, 0. Oops. 6, 0. And that's right here on the right. See how it has a 0 in it, and it's just, on the axes. That makes it really easy. Okay, that's another point you'd want to try. Another one you could try is 0, 0. Okay, and that's the one that's gonna get it. And to test the left side, you could do negative 2, 0. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and test 0, 0. And with 0, 0, I'm just going to go ahead and show you what that looks like. Oops, forgot to erase this part. Anyways, so you have 0, 0, and you're going to go ahead and plug that in. So let's plug that in. Plug in 0 for x, right there. Also plug in this 0 over here for y. Alright, you get 0 is less than or equal to, what's 2 times 0? That's 0 plus 2. 0 is less than or equal to 2. That's true. X plus y, that's 0 plus 0 is less than 5. 0 is less than 5. That one's also true. Okay, so now that both of them are true, you go ahead and graph that part right here. That's why it's purple. That's the one where both shades meet. Okay, and that's it. Short video today. Alright, see you guys in class.